Calling the roll for the Monday, July 15, 2024 Board of Control meeting. It is 11:01 a.m. We have Levine Ross serving as an alternate for Meredith Turner.
Here.
Joseph Nani serving as an alternate for Dale Miller.
Here.
Trevor Meckler serving as an alternate for Purnell Jones Jr.
Here.
Melanie Say serving as an alternate for Mike Dever.
Here.
Catherine Gallagher serving as an alternate for Chris Renee County Executive.
Here.
Lee Tucker serving as an alternate for Michael Chambers Fiscal Officer and as Chairperson.
Here.
Anitra Curry serving as an alternate for Paul Porter.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you. If we can take a few minutes to review the minutes from the 7-8 meeting, and if there's no changes, I'd like to make a motion to approve. Is there a second? Second by Ms. Say. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any public comment?
No public comment?
Moving on to contract and awards.
Okay, first item, BC 2024-529, Department of Public Works submitting an RFP exemption which will result in an award recommendation to River City Furniture LLC, DBA RCF Group, in the amount not to exceed $179,235.04 for the purchase and installation of various office furnishings to outfit the central booking unit at the Justice Center, and submitting a purchase order with said RFP exemption.
Good morning, Matt Reimer with the Department of Public Works. This furniture procurement is, the majority of it is off a state term contract for the Hayworth line for RCF Group. Specifically, 89% of the procurement is state term contract. The reason for the exemption is the 11% labor and installation that is not able to be put on the state term contract pricing, so that's the exemption. This will outfit multiple office areas. When we set up the central booking stakeholder area, we did so with borrowed furniture from the Health and Human Services Department that was underutilized at the time, and this grant reimbursed furniture procurement will permanently outfit the area for the stakeholders. Happy to answer any questions.
Any questions on this item? Hearing no questions, I make a motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Ross. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Item approved.
Thank
Next
you.
item.
Next, item BC 2024-530, Department of Public Works submitting an amendment to a contract with Great Lakes Petroleum Company for the purchase of fuel for various county facilities for the period April 1st, 2020 through June 30th, 2024, to extend the time period to July 31st, 2024, and for additional funds in the amount not to exceed $65,000.
Good morning, Tom Pavich, Public Works. This is a one-month amendment with Great Lakes Petroleum. It's for the county fuel that we have at our Harvard garage, as well as the airport, and for our generators in multiple buildings. We follow the state of Ohio procurement. We follow that cooperative just for logistics and pricing-wise. The state had to renew their contract one additional month while they get in place a new contract, so we have to follow that same term date.
Thank you. Are there any questions on this item? Hearing no questions, I make a motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. McAleer. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Item approved.
Thank you.
Next item.
Next, item BC 2024-531, Fiscal Office on behalf of the Department of Information Technology submitting an amendment to a contract with Catalyst Tax and CAMA Incorporated for consultant services for evaluation of the land record process and business plan workflows, and recommend changes for improvement for the period October 11, 2023 through October 10, 2024, to extend the time period to December 31st, 2025, to change the terms effective upon contract signatures of all parties, and for additional funds in the amount not to exceed $398,750.
Good morning, Dominic Tatum, Fiscal Department. This is a contract amendment with Catalyst, and this is for the implementation of the land record workflow.
Thank you. Are there any questions on this item? Hearing no questions, I make a motion to approve. Is there a second? Second by Ms. Say. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Item approved. Next
Thank you.
item.
Next, item BC 2024-532, Department of Information Technology on behalf of the Department of Public Works submitting an RFP exemption which will result in an award recommendation to Nexum Incorporated in the amount not to exceed $23,404 for the purchase of one Palo Alto firewall and 3 years of premium support for use by the county jail, and submitting a purchase order with said RFP exemption.
Good morning, Dennis Sullivan, Department of IT. We've had a number of items by Nexum and firewalls presented to this committee. This is an exemption under that premise that we want to add it to the network we have now. And this will be an application that will go into the Justice Center at the county jail.
Thank you. Are there any questions on this item? Hearing no questions, I make a motion to approve. Is there a second? Second. Second by Ms. Ross. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Item approved. Next
Thank you.
item.
Next, item BC 2024-533, Court of Common Pleas Juvenile Court Division submitting an amendment to a contract with Esperanza Incorporated for mentoring and positive youth development services for court-referred youth ages 14 to 17 with high risk for recidivism for the period July 1st, 2023 through June 30th, 2024, to extend the time period to June 30th, 2026, to change the terms effective July 1st, 2024, and for additional funds in the amount not to exceed $128,920.
Good morning, Tara Brown, Juvenile Court. This is one of the court's new reclaim contracts that was added last year. The contract currently reflects a reduced annual budget based on 23-24 referrals. You'll also note that the contract is going from 1 year to 2 years. The court has decided to transition most, if not all, of the reclaim contracts to 2-year contracts. And again, this is late just due to the nature of the reclaim grant. We actually did get the state's approval last week, though, so we're hoping that we can get all of our contracts a little less late than normal.
Thank you. Are there any questions on this item? Hearing no questions, I make a motion to approve. Is there a second? Second by Mr. McAleer. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Item approved. Next
Thank you.
item.
Next, item BC 2024-534, County Prosecutor submitting an RFP exemption which will result in an award recommendation to Magnet Forensics LLC in the amount not to exceed $9,160 for the renewal of various software subscription licenses, 4 Magnet Griffi Advanced Floating, and 4 Lace Carver for use by the Internet Crimes Against Children Unit for the period August 10, 2024 through August 9, 2025, and submitting a purchase order with said RFP exemption.
Good morning, Dave Ferteri, County Prosecutor's Office. Griffi is an automated tool that allows us to find child exploitation material on the evidence that we seize from our offenders. The Lace Carver is an add-on tool that looks for deleted files, and this is a renewal of the existing licenses that we currently use, just to allow us to continue service.
Thank you. Are there any questions on this item? Hearing no questions, I make a motion to approve. Is there a second? Second by Mr. Nani. All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Item approved.
Thank
Next
you.
item.
Next item, BC 2024-535, Sheriff's Department recommending a payment and submitting a purchase order to the City of Cleveland in the amount not to exceed $26,700 for reconciliation of 2023 invoices for use of the City of Cleveland's 800 megahertz P25 digital trunk radio system for the period January 1st, 2023 through December 31st, 2023.
Good morning, Karen DeCarlo for the Sheriff's Department. We have 4 quarters of payments for radio access, the network, so for our radios to talk to each other.
Thank you. Are there any questions on this item? Hearing no questions, I make a motion to approve. Is there a second? Second by Mr. McAleer. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Item approved. Next item.
Next item, BC 2024-536, Medical Examiner's Office submitting an amendment to a contract with Thermo Electron North America LLC for a purchase of a 2-year service plan for 2 Nicolette IS-320 mid-infrared FT IR spectrometers for the period November 21st, 2020 through June 15, 2024, to extend the time period to November 23rd, 2024, and for additional funds in the amount not to exceed $4,011.44.
Good morning, Mary Beth Vaughn for the Medical Examiner's Office. The Medical Examiner currently has 4 separate agreements with this vendor that are set to expire on November 23rd. It's their plan to take these pieces of equipment and also fold them into a new master contract that's going to cover all of the services with the vendor.
Thank you. Are there any questions on this item? Hearing no questions, I'd like to make a motion to approve. Is there a second? Second by Ms. Say. All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Item approved. Next
you.
item.
Moving on to consent agenda items, BC 2024-537 through BC 2024-540.
If we can take a second to review the consent agenda items as noted. If there's no questions, I'd like to make a motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Nani. All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Item approved. Is there any public comments?
There's no other business and no public comment.
Okay, there's no additional items. I'd like to make a motion to adjourn. Is there a second? Second by Mr. McAleer. All those in favor say aye. Opposed? We're adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow.
Yeah, that was
Chambers,